Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Karen's podcast, where we are four best friends that have opinions on everything but are experts on nothing. This week, we're continuing our conversation that started on our podcast episode from last week, talking a little bit about our feelings about how the FDA works with certain medications, approving some for some genders, but not for others. And we're talking a little bit more about some of our feelings on recent political headlines and politics out there. So please enjoy a lively second half of our conversation that started last week. Should we just not automatically assume something is bogus before we actually explore?
It's not automatic. I mean, I've read a lot of books.
There's a lot of kids bringing back shit that's been like
Yeah,
the
measles is at an all-time high right now.
I mean, because people all of a sudden don't believe in vaccines that have been around for decades that have essentially eradicated these diseases. It's like you got
the flu. Is the flu shot a vaccine? No, like I'm thinking of like vaccines are something that yes, you're gonna take so that you don't die from some crazy ass. But like a flu shot is not to me.
Well, when you're older, you can die. A lot of people do die.
That's not get it. I mean, absolutely. But
the vaccine for COVID, what in my opinion, I don't know if this is accurate, is more like the flu vaccine. Like it wasn't to cure you from stopping you from getting COVID because you still possibly could get it, but the reality was that it was less than
supposed to reduce.
It was supposed to reduce the symptoms.
Fucking load of shit, by the way. But
I mean, I don't know.
That might be a whole nother podcast.
I think we should maybe get some medical professionals on here to talk about, because I heard about this day in and day out. People were going into that hospital that were dying because they didn't have anything. The people that had it were getting sick but not dying. And then there was people that said they didn't believe they had it at all. Like they were calling the doctors and nurses liars when they were telling them they were dying of COVID on these ventilators. And I'm like, this is insane. Like this. I'm not saying, Carolyn, you don't believe that it existed. I don't think you're in that camp, but I think there is some benefit to some of this stuff. And I think it's a slippery slope when people are kind of on the internet, people that do not have the education or the background to make these calls. And
isn't Fauci getting he's getting blasted?
I mean, Jesus.
He's getting blasted right now, and he just tweeted the fifth 111 times.
Yeah, because they want to persecute him.
Yeah. I mean, he's not he kind of has to.
Anyway, I don't know. I think it's dangerous that
he's got a 10-year pardon.
I mean, he was the fall guy.
Here's the thing: is those idiots are trying to make anyone look bad, so they could say they told you so. I mean, we still don't even have the Epstein files released.
Yeah,
and it was a novel virus. It was something none of us have seen. Of course, he didn't. Nobody has a fucking crystal ball. How can you expect one person?
Yeah,
to make every
like
decision
one person,
correct with everybody else in his ear and blaming and going like this. It's like, I don't know.
He put himself in that position. I am the science. Those are his words.
Here's the thing though. Like you cannot take away all the years and all the work that he has done for HIV and AIDS and everything of his stature. I just think it's a witch hunt.
Actually, there's books on this shit.
But who wrote the books?
I really actually read books on this shit.
But anybody can write a book.
Really was not the angel that you think he
I'm not saying he's an angel, but I'm also saying
he killed a lot of people with AIDS too.
There's a lot of people that died across the board. I mean, I don't know.
And things like this,
it's a witch hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
If we're gonna hold him to those,
it's a witch hunt because someone should be held accountable. If the U.S. funded those biological warfare fucking studies, we funded it, we created it, it was leaked. It's kind of, we should fucking hold someone accountable.
I don't disagree with you, but do you really think he's the one that leaked it, or do you think the U.S. government did? Like he was part of those studies, he got it funded, and someone else leaked it, and then it became, now we're at a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, but he fucking lied about it. Like blatantly.
Okay, but there's a lot of lying going on, and I'm certainly not going to hold this guy's feet to the fire. Like,
Well,
Well, the
then don't hold
politician doesn't
anyone.
lie.
Like if you have someone that like why not hold someone accountable?
Because we're not holding anyone accountable right now. And
Yeah.
my thing is this Anthony
This isn't
Fauci is
the-
a
yeah,
joke.
Why not
exactly,
start
yeah.
with someone? I mean, why should that be? Well,
We
never
should.
held
Let's
anyone
go back to
accountable,
that.
so
I
let's
mean,
not
yeah,
ever
we'll
hold
start
any-
with, well, no, we'll just start with the Epstein files
Yeah,
and
as
then
soon as
roll out
that's,
from
if we
there.
start holding people,
Then
yeah.
I think a lot of accountability will happen because we'll realize how deep this all goes. But
Yeah.
let's start with things that have already, you know.
I mean, COVID was
Yeah.
kind of a big deal.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't a
Millions
big
of people
deal.
died.
No, I don't just, we're not saying that. I just think it's very funny that this is the timing now that they now want to hold certain people accountable for certain things. Yet they should have been doing this for the past 2 years of Epstein, or 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna, I'm not gonna make it like California construction where we're like gonna keep ripping roads up and not like fixing things that are already like currently ripped up. So like we'll do the Epstein, then we can get to these trials, then we can get to this. But let's like not just, you know,
let's
just
see
rip
who the
everything, yeah.
players. Yeah, because that rips
Exactly.
everybody.
Like,
That
yeah,
rips the
can we
Band-Aid
just
off
like,
the whole
you know what I
conspiracy.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just like do this step by step because it's quite a reach to me. It just seems
Well, don't you
like
think
another distraction.
COVID
But
was going to kill millions of people no matter what? It was a novel virus without a cure. I mean, and people
Well,
are going to
actually,
make bad
I mean, I
decisions no
think
matter
that-
what.
I think that a lot of the early treatment was suppressed. And so
Like
I
what?
don't think that many people should have died.
What
Absolutely. I think
I'm actually surprised more people
millions
didn't
of
die.
people would have lived had
Yeah.
we
What
provided
treatment?
any kind of early treatment that was known and like there are
Like
lots
what?
of worldwide
Ivermectin.
hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
What is it?
Hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin.
Is that a thing? I thought that was
It
just
is a thing.
like
It's
like
horse paste that
He's like,
everyone
I just made it
talked
up.
about.
horse paste.
It's the
What?
horse paste that everyone talked shit about. It's
I've
an
never-
anti-parasitic. It
Horse.
won a Nobel Peace Prize for use in humans. It's
For
been
COVID?
around for decades.
No,
It
not for.
worked for COVID, but it was suppressed so that they could use the UAE for the vaccine. They suppressed two things that worked so that they could push the emergency use vaccine. The only way they could push emergency use vaccine was if anything that worked, or that they couldn't find anything that worked. So they suppressed those two things so that they could push through the vaccine and make hundreds of billions of dollars.
And so if that's a proven cure, then why isn't it more mainstream now?
It's a very good question, Amanda.
And I mean, but who's doing the studies? Is it some guy in a basement or like?
No, I mean, lots of countries. You can find Japan, Korea, tons of countries reported on this.
Did they use it?
Yep. A lot of countries, a lot of third world countries didn't have the
Used
death
it.
rate that we did.
Yeah.
Praise that. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know. Maybe not as many people. I don't know. So I mean, I'm just, devil's advocate here, but I'm seeing studies that says it's ineffective. That stuff's ineffective.
That's because you're looking at Google. It was suppressed.
I don't know. I think we
Go
need
home. You
that's
gotta talk to Julie. about
well, I
this
mean,
and we'll
she.
see how-
I don't know
Julie's
that
gonna be in
anybody
the
would
same boat
believe
as-
Julie. I mean, I mean, what would it take to prove that to you, Carolyn? I mean, because I'm just saying, some people you can prove things, and some people have their mind made up. I don't think you're the latter, but how would someone prove one way or the other to you? Like how like that's what I'm saying. Like there's so
even-
much stuff out on the internet, like, and studies can be manipulated the
We
online
can't all be
social
experts.
media
We can't
can
all
be,
know how
yeah,
to read these
Well, yeah,
things.
exactly,
no, that's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Studies absolutely being manipulated. And the only ones that are getting funded are the ones that are supporting big pharma and the billions and billions and billions of dollars that are being made by big pharma on the vaccines. That's
Well, then
exactly
hold
what I'm
big
talking
pharma.
about.
Then hold big pharma's feet to the fire, not just Fauci. I
well, we
mean,
would need to
like,
drain the swamp completely before
yeah.
any of that happens because our
But that's never
political
gonna
I just think it's
system
happen.
very random to
doesn't.
just grab this one guy and be like, we looked up to you and we took all of your advice, and then now all of a sudden you're, hated, and
Well,
now we're going to
so,
blame
they
everything on you.
they
That just
even
seems a little ridiculous.
they released his diary, which I find so insane that he
Okay.
kept on
I was gonna say, why did he
federal.
burn
I was
that?
like,
I
why
did
does a
see that.
grown man have a
Well,
like?
he kept it on his fucking federal computer.
Oh,
So
that's dumb.
there's all this shit that has just come out where he's literally lying. He's writing all the one thing in his diary and then completely saying the opposite in the public arena, whether it was about the death count, the severity of the disease, ivermectin and hydroxychloroquine, the masks, all kinds of shit, where he's saying in his diary like the truth and then coming out publicly and completely saying the opposite. So, like, if you're the highest paid government official, if you are the highest paid government employee, which Fauci was, the highest paid for years, and you've placed yourself in that position of authority, and you're going and having all these public discussions saying, I am the science, I am the science, and you say all this shit, but then in private, you're saying the opposite, you're fucking lying to the American people. And
Yeah.
people are dying because of your advice and because of the things that you are saying. So, yeah, fuck that guy. I think he should be executed. And I seriously think he should be held accountable. Someone should be held accountable. And why not start with him?
Why not start with our
with
president?
someone?
Yeah.
Why don't you start with our president who put him in charge to do this?
He was in charge under Biden.
He was also in charge, and he was in charge under Trump as well.
I know, but he was put in that position long before Trump was in the situation.
Anyway,
not everything should be blamed. I mean, it's not everything comes back to Trump. We're talking about Fauci. It doesn't have to circle back to Trump, Susan.
I'm just saying that everything starts with Trump.
I know.
I mean, there is somebody that everybody answers to somebody. But honestly, the best thing to not get sick by these types of things is social distance. Don't fucking get up in somebody's face. Wash your fucking hands before you touch your face, and wear a mask if you're sick. Like, if you're sick, wear a mask so you don't get other people sick.
Yeah, but masks don't protect you because the viruses are way, way, way smaller than what goes through a mask. It goes right through. And
you're
even
sick,
Fauci
stay home.
himself, there are videos of Fauci himself years before COVID saying, no, don't wear a mask. That's stupid. They don't work for that. That's silly.
Well, I mean, I wore a mask when I had a cold the other day because I didn't want to get other people sick, and I still had to show up. So I do think that it helps a little bit for that kind of stuff. You're not coughing on people.
Well, you don't cough on people.
It's like covering your mouth without having people
cover your mouth.
Always do.
People don't.
And every time and then when you cover your mouth, guess what? Now it's on your hand. If there's not a sink, you're touching a fucking. So of course masks help. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm not going to pretend, no matter what I've read or what I've seen, to know if I cough, if a disease can get through my mask. But I do know that droplets on a hand, if you're sick and it's still wet, can spread a cold, can spread a flu. And if I'm wearing a mask, I think that's a common courtesy if I'm out and about and sick. And I think we all need to be a little more courteous to one another. I think a lot less people would die. People fucking wash their hands when they use the restroom, wash their hands after they coughed into their mouth, and wore a mask when they were sick. I mean, I don't know. I think that's all logical, easy shit. Do you guys disagree with that? I mean, I don't know. It seems pretty. I mean, until we started washing our hands, doctors were touching one patient to the next, and guess what? People were getting infected because somebody's blood
Dude,
and
I mean,
somebody's
I
tissue
remember
was
my
something
dentist didn't
else.
wear gloves.
I mean, yeah, wearing
Oh
gloves.
my God,
Exactly.
that's totally, yeah. When our dentist,
Isn't that
oh my
crazy?
God, I kind of forgot about that, but yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
I remember when our dentist didn't wear gloves.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird.
And washing your hands
out of my mouth.
I know. Oh my God.
So I'm saying washing hands between, like, the first thing I do when I walk in the house is wash my hands, take off my shoes and wash my hands. That's just like basic.
Cleanliness.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So,
it's amazing how many people aren't basic out there.
Yeah. I used to touch my face a lot, like, and now COVID actually cured me
Your
from doing
eyebrows?
that. Yeah, my eyebrows, my nose, my eyes. But now I'm like trained like not to do that.
Yeah.
My ICU nurse is like, don't do that. You're gonna fucking get sick. Touching all the business cards when I check people in, like every
Go get that
Wednesday
flu
morning,
shot.
I'm
You'll
like
be
checking the
okay.
business cards. I'm telling you, I have not gotten the flu since I started getting flu shots. I have not gotten the flu. I am a believer in the flu
whatever
shot.
works for you. Whatever
Yep.
works for you.
Whatever works for you.
Absolutely. But I mean, can
But
we
yes,
agree
basic
that
vaccines,
some
my
of these
God,
vaccines are
yes.
still good? They've been around for
Yes.
decades, and
necessary. Yes.
like, do we want polio? Do we want mumps and measles coming back? Can we all agree on that at least?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jesus
I'm not.
Christ. All right, good.
I'm not anti-vax. I just said I don't get the flu shot.
All right. Well, that's good. This was entertaining. I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of opinions on this one.
Let's wrap it up.
All right. All right. As a
Susan's
reminder,
like I checked out 10 minutes ago.
Pretty much.
maybe
She's
5.
like, I can't listen to this crazy lady, Carolyn.
It's not that. I do find all this really interesting, but there's just so many massive amount of problems that I feel
Yeah.
like this is the one thing that
yeah.
is standing out in like the news cycle right now. Like it's just bullshit.
Well, there's a lot bigger fish.
Well,
to
there's bigger
fry.
fish, right? What I'm saying is like I find it so hypocritical, regardless of which party you're on. Like this is like you have such extremes. We're gonna hold them because this guy died. Yet there are other people that died just as much.
Yeah.
It's just like
it's very
the
pick and choose is very
you can't pick and choose what's right or wrong. Everyone knows what's right or wrong. The reality is though, at that level, it's just above our pay grade. Which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there's really no coming back. We've got a lot of information out there and nobody trusts it. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
True.
It's unfortunate because I'm sure there's good information out there that we should be listening to, and I'm sure there's bad, and it sucks that everybody has a fucking opinion and nobody knows whose opinion is valid.
Correct anymore.
That's what's scary.
I think that's why Trump did what he did with the mainstream news. He's now made it everyone think that they lie.
They do.
Not everybody lies. I mean, I don't believe every reporter and every journalist lies. Like that's
no.
I believe there's integrity
out there. Can't make a blanket statement, everybody, but
and I think there's, and I think politicians are more likely to lie than anyone else. I think that's how they
whether it's politicians or anyone that gets paid something.
Politicians and CEOs.
They all yeah.
I said preachers.
I mean, just preachers. If you wanna look at like speaking of lying,
I gotta lie all damn day.
No, but if you want to speak about lying and like so that I don't know if you well Amanda probably doesn't know who I'm talking about, but sorry Amanda.
That's okay.
But there's the antitrust lawsuit between Warner Brothers Discovery and Skydance, and like basically they're not going to be like Paramount is not buying Warner Brothers Discovery anymore. Because there's been an antitrust lawsuit because it would cause a monopoly. However, one of the main backers...
Everything's a monopoly.
Yeah, one of the main backers of this business truly came out this morning and said, completely lied, and said that the lawyers and the judges don't know what antitrust is, and he's more experienced than anyone else. And this merger is not going to cause any antitrust violations. In fact, it's going to be good for Hollywood. And that's the complete opposite. So, I mean, it's anytime there's money involved, people are always going to lie.
Yeah.
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 I mean, did you hear that? Oh God, the AI is now out of the box at a couple of these big corporations and is out trying to destroy other corporations' AI.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like
It
Oh, we never
started-
thought this was going to
that
turn
is-
against us.
It started.
Wow.
that is more terrifying to me
Shocker.
than anything right now is
Uh-huh.
AI.
You want
Like,
to
I
know
hope-
what I think is more terrifying? Is all those people that
Aliens?
are buying Aware books and destroying them to be ingested into AI content.
Wait, what?
say that
What?
again?
Translate.
So
Speak
AI
English?
companies are buying all these rare and old books
Oh.
and
Oh.
destroying them because they're ripping them out of the book to feed the pages in to be scanned.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And they're destroying historical works of art, basically.
I haven't heard about that.
No, I haven't heard
it's
about that
been
either.
on the big news cycle this past week. Or maybe a
So-
week ago.
So they basically are taking books that are like rare copies, feeding
Well,
it
any
and then
sort of rare
destroying it?
copies, old books, because they're trying to ingest so much information that they need to learn it from all these old books, all these old writings, so they have the data, right? And as a result, it's not someone just casually flipping and being gentle and then scanning it. They're literally chopping these books up so that you can automatically
feed the
feed the
pages.
paper. Yeah.
I was like, that sounds so ridiculous. That sounds like archaic. Like that sounds like what we would have done back in the day to like feed something in the printer.
Well, can't they just
I mean-
bind it again? Like, I mean, feed it.
I mean, it's like when you're talking about
you're
like
I
old
don't know, but like we'll
historical
just say if
books,
it's
that's
like a
ridiculous.
yeah, like if it's like a 300-year-old book,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
That and
But,
then once the
it doesn't
information's
sound
in
like
there.
AA cares that much about history. Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah, and once that book's in there and destroyed, then who's to say it's not going to manipulate it?
exactly.
And
The
change
record-
it. Yeah.
The record.
Mhm.
Mhm. I just hope we don't get a Terminator situation, or
Well,
a.
apparently, it looks like we already
Mhm.
have it. If the
Yeah,
AI is
that's
trying
right.
to,
Well, I don't think they've
Yep,
started building
Amanda.
killer
Might be
robots yet,
coming
but
before your aliens.
Robots.
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 But yeah, terrifying. Oh my God. Anyway, all right. Well, that was good. And thanks again, listeners, for listening to another episode of The Karens this week. As a reminder, please feel free to email us any questions or topics that you'd like us to talk about on our podcast. You can email us at info@thekarenspodcast.com. That's INFO at thekarenspodcast.com. And we drop a new episode every Monday. You can listen to them on all the usual suspects, including CastBox, iTunes, and Spotify. Please like and subscribe, and we would really appreciate you share our little podcast with someone that you think may enjoy it. We'll see you next week on another episode of The Karens, where we have opinions on everything but are experts on absolutely nothing. Have a great week.